what's up, Brewery Life? Jasper here. I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that's pretty special that's been going on around the United States. You might have heard about it. For your international viewers, you might not have heard about it, but it's the Resilience IPA, the Butte County IPA. So this is a project that over 1,400 breweries in the United States have all joined and kind of got together to help a relief fund for a campfire that spread through California and just like decimated these towns. A big wildfire burnt through California, burnt all these towns. It's really the worst wildfire that we've ever seen around here. So there's this big effort around the United States right now to brew this Resilience Butte County IPA. And 100% of these sales from this beer go to help those poor people that were affected by this fire. It's a really cool thing, and I thought you guys should know about it. All right, so when I heard about this for the first time, I was immediately on board, and I really wanted to do it because it brought back a lot of personal memories for me and that I wanted to share with you guys. So in 2000, my family's home was evacuated for 2 weeks for a huge wildfire that we had here in the mountains next to where I lived. 2 weeks we had to leave, and luckily that fire didn't burn down our house at all, but we had to get out of the state. Really, during that time, our house was robbed. Some people came by, and whoever was evacuated, it's kind of what professional thieves do. They would come and rob the houses. So it's a whole chain of really bad events that happens from these forest fires. 4 years later, after that, we actually had our house burned down while we were on vacation. So that was a really tough blow for me in my early childhood, and but it taught me that material possessions don't mean as much as your personal family does. Luckily, all our family was on vacation when the house burnt down. Nobody was hurt. We did lose everything. I don't have any baby pictures. I don't have anything from my childhood. But going through that, years later, I really realized how much stronger of a person that made me. So that would be one thing I wish for those people that went through that tragedy with this campfire, was hopefully in a few years you guys will look back at what has happened, and from those ashes you guys will gain a bunch of strength. So that's kind of my personal story of forest fires and why I really wanted to jump on board to this. So we really have to give a lot of credit to Sierra Nevada for spearheading this project. That fire happened really close to Chico, which is where their original location is. Ken Grossman's original brewery is in Chico, so I felt like he had a really big connection to where this fire happened, and he really wanted to do something, and he really got all these breweries involved around the United States. The Sierra Nevada really spearheaded this thing. They got all the suppliers on board, the malt companies, to help donate the ingredients for this. It's been a huge effort that's been really cool to watch. So they sent us coasters, they sent us flyers, they sent us a tap handle, they sent us recipe guidelines to kind of follow and work for our brew house. So just the amount of money and time they had to put into organizing all that to send it out to a little brewery like me, and I'm only one out of over 1,400 breweries doing this, is really impressive. So I just wanted to say thank you to Sierra Nevada, and all you guys should really go check out that brewery. They were the only ones that packaged 6-packs of this Resilience IPA because of some licensing issues. But if you do find this in your store in the United States, you can buy the cans of it, and those proceeds and sales will also go to the relief fund that we've all started here. So big props to Sierra Nevada for doing that and spearheading this project. This Resilience IPA is also spread to other businesses, not just breweries, and it started moving into the communities a little bit. Yesterday we went to an event at a local bar where they brought in the 6 breweries in my state that all brewed this Resilience IPA and had them all on draft at the bar, and all those proceeds were going to the relief fund as well. So that was an awesome way to actually get other people besides breweries involved in helping to donate to this fund. They did ask for us to bring our tap handle up there that Sierra Nevada gave us to serve on draft here behind me. As you can see, we don't have the Resilience tap handle up here, but we did until yesterday. So sorry I didn't get a video of that to show you the tap handle. It's a really awesome tap handle, and it's pretty amazing Sierra Nevada sent all these to breweries across the country. But I just wanted to let you know there's other ways that our communities are getting involved to help to donate to this fund as well. So I know this video didn't have to do with how to brew any beer, and we didn't really get a look at a bunch of cool equipment, but the response to this has been really inspiring to me, and it's something I felt that I wanted to share with you guys out there. So if you haven't heard about it, now you're aware of it. If you have heard about it, maybe you'll want to get involved with it. But I just wanted to share what everyone around here is doing to help the less fortunate and the people that are in need. So that's a really awesome thing that us breweries are doing for our communities here. Cheers. So here's the flyer that Sierra Nevada has sent all the breweries around, and also the coasters they're sending around to everybody for free, which is awesome. Sorry I don't have that tap handle. It's up at that event we did last night. And let's go check out the recipe so you guys, if you're home brewers or big brewers, can get an idea of what the Resilience IPA is. Cheers. So Sierra Nevada sent us this spreadsheet, and you type in a few of your own numbers, and it kind of gives you this recipe to follow. So let's check out this recipe for our Butte County IPA. As you can see, they wanted a 16 Plato OG. There's a specific gravity of that. A quick way to go between Plato and specific gravity, just off the top of your head, if you multiply by 4, 16 times 4 is 64, so close to 65, or you would divide these last digits of specific gravity by 4 to go down to Plato. Just a quick way in your mind, you can switch between those two numbers really quick. Decent alcohol percentage on this at 6.7%. We have a final gravity of 3.9, so not incredibly dry. That's about a medium-bodied beer, having some residual sugars in there. We got a color of a 22 EBC. That's pretty dark for an IPA, so this is going to come out more dark amber color. The target BU in the fermenter was 70 with an 80-minute boil, not a 60-minute boil. So that's just the spec summary of it. We boil 11 barrels of beer to get 10 of our final product. We have about 10% losses when it's all said and done. The grain bill you can see is pretty simple. Just 2 different malts. We just have a base malt of 2-row and a caramel C60. So this would tell me that this is more of a old school IPA with those caramel malts in there. A lot of new school IPAs will have a bunch of Pilsen malt in there and some 2-row, but not a lot of caramel. So that caramel really gives the beer a lot of balance to it and gives more of a old school West Coast IPA feel to it. So there's our poundage we used for this batch of beer. Going down to our salt additions, most professional breweries you'll add salts in your mash and in your kettle. It's just a way to bump up your final calcium content in your final beer, because so much gets lost in the mash tun after running off. So you could pause the video and check out that if you want to analyze it more. But a lot of people talk about just your chloride to sulfite ratio, or your sulfite to chloride ratio. A over here. So this is about a 5-to-1 ratio, a 5 sulfite to 1 chloride ratio. General rule of thumb is the sulfites kind of accentuate the hops and the bitterness a little bit more, whereas a higher chloride ratio would accentuate the malt a little bit more, give a more of a softer feel rather than a cleaner, sharper feel. So since this is an IPA, we obviously balance towards the sulfites a little more, about a 5-to-1 ratio on that. Following the schedule of when to add the hops down here, it looks like we had a couple different additions. We used Centennial, or everybody is supposed to use Centennial and Cascade. So these are two just really famous hops in America for kind of bringing the IPA craze on. They kind of lead to that just overall, just what the West Coast IPA really was. I think it's changed a little bit now, and we're going into more juicier hops than these citrusy, pineier focused hops, but that just is what the style is, and it's one of our most popular ones in the brewery right now because it is so balanced. So that's when we added our hops, our poundage over here. The dry hop amount was about 1 pound per barrel. Right there, and then just the total numbers down here at the bottom. So that's just a quick view of the cool little spreadsheet that Sierra Nevada sent out, and the exact beer that we brewed here for the Resilience Butte County IPA. Hopefully you enjoyed. All that talking about the Resilience got me thirsty. So there's the Resilience IPA for us. If you guys see it around, make sure you buy it. Until next time, cheers.